Mentoring is a very hip word these days, especially in business. It essentially refers to someone older or with more experience teaching or giving guidance to someone with less experience. But mentoring is actually deeply biblical, and I believe the call for everyone who is a follower of Jesus. Why? Well, God's math is never addition, but always multiplication. Think about this. Although we're told to follow Jesus, it's not in one long line, but rather we're told as followers to make more followers. The Great Commandment says, go and make disciples. This is multiplication. Every person making disciples, every person involved in the God math of multiplying the kingdom and growing the family. Mentoring is disciple making at its best. Well, you might be thinking that mentoring is just for certain people that know how to teach or train, but Jesus sets the example for us in that he mentored his disciples by doing life with them. In Tim Elmer's book, Life Giving Mentors, he tells us that mentoring is the oldest form of teaching or education in the world. Long before there were chalkboards and desks, someone from an older generation would invite a young person into an experience. And this experience was called an apprenticeship. Rabbis would choose young boys for study, or fathers would even take their sons and teach them through on-the-job training, or women would train up young women. The key was not just the information, but the relationship. The connections made built a bridge to pass on, a compass for life. So, biblical mentoring is an intentional choice to pour your life into the next generation. And what's the goal? Well, Paul said it best. Be imitators of me as I am of Christ. That's from 1 Corinthians 11:1. As Christians, we should always point others to Christ. We mentor people to follow Jesus, not follow us. Mentoring has added so much joy to my own life. For years, I have intentionally developed relationships with younger women. It's a beautiful exchange as we learn from each other, whether in a work setting or a small group setting or one-on-one. Mentoring is a way that I have helped others follow Jesus, and it's what has helped me keep on following Jesus. Sometimes it's done a little more formal, but most often it's informal, where we simply do life together. So, who could you be mentoring? Who are you intentionally pouring your life into? Don't worry, you'll get back more than you could ever give out. We can all be mentors, multiplying the kingdom, because that's courageous living.